Hello and welcome to Aging Fearlessly, the place where we work together to create our best life, no matter our age. I'm your host, Guillermo Vidal. You know, after watching the Golden Bachelor finale with the wedding of Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist, I couldn't help but reflect on the very surreal aspects of the whole show and this final wedding. Is there a moral here? You know, although I wish them well, it's hard to think that this relationship match is a whole lot different or better than the mass wedding that was done in New York over 30 years ago by the Reverend Sun Myung Moon, founder of the Unification Church, also known as the Moonies, after he matched like 2,000 strangers to be the brides and grooms for each other and then married them in an all one giant ceremony. Okay, maybe I exaggerated a little bit here, but it isn't hard to see in the Golden Bachelor show that Jesse Palmer, the host and producer, is calling most of the shots here, and Gerry and Theresa are his main pawns. I can see why, after reading that the ratings and viewership of the Golden Bachelor is the highest ever for the Bachelor series, it's not hard to understand why the makers of the show continue to run this string to the very end. But I did find it strange that they made an offer they couldn't refuse to all the Golden Bachelor contestants, including the ones who Gerry Turner had crushingly rejected after telling them that he loved them. Clearly, there was a lot of scripting and payoffs involved. I get it. For many people who watch the show, this was pure escapism and fun. Nothing wrong with that, as long as you can separate the truth from fantasy. Nevertheless, some have not liked what I've had to say about this program and have sent me a few critical comments about my reviews. That's fine, but just know my efforts were not meant to insult these viewers. They've been based on my concern that anyone who has just entered the single world after decades long relationship may be duped into thinking that the Golden Bachelor represents what senior dating is truly like. All that being said, this is not the way I would use to get to the point of till death do us part. However, the part that was real to me was based on my own dating experiences, where the betrayal of the two contestants, or maybe a few more, experienced from the deception from Gerry Turner about his feelings, and then the pain of rejection they experienced when he didn't choose them, that was real. So what is the moral of this whole story for me? Well, it is a set of morals that apply not only to dating, but to every aspect of life. And they are these. Regardless of outcomes, strive to tell the truth, even in little things. Number 2, ensure that your actions never take advantage of other people. And 3, never ever sell or settle out for something that's not supportive of your highest self. I know these sound like platitudes more than moral standards. They also sound like goals that are unreachable, and I understand that. I certainly failed at them from time to time. I can be prone to exaggerate my career, earned titles, and accomplishments when trying to impress someone I deem to be important. But honestly, I try hard not to. I know this may seem like small potatoes lie, but a lie is a lie. And I believe if you're willing to excuse your small lies, you will probably excuse your big ones from time to time. The point of the story is not that I'm sitting in judgment of Gerry Turner's propensity to lie. I too must strive for the standard I'm advocating. So let me state it again. It is important that we all try to live in truth, no matter what the consequences. Why is this important? Because lying to others creates a false reality that minimizes your own reality. When you lie, you create a caricature of yourself that you want others to see, and then you try to live up to this caricature at the expense of people knowing your true self. Lying also splinters your character and personality. Publicly, you live out the character you're creating by lying, while your true self hides behind your cover of deception. As time goes by, you begin to lose touch with the real character as you continue to live up the false one you have created. Furthermore, as people get closer to knowing you, you must continue to lie to keep them believing in the public self you have created while continuing to hide your real self. Remember, lying is simply a form of manipulation. And you do this so that people will view you in a way that you can take advantage of that person or situation. A good example is how people lie about their age. A friend of mine would post a false age on her dating profile. She did this out of a belief that men prefer younger women and therefore would increase her chances of being picked. But sooner or later, she would have to confess her real age, and without fail, the man she was dating would break things off. Why? Because no one likes to be manipulated or taken advantage of. So expect to end relationships with the people who find out the truth when you've been lying to them. This leads to the second moral standard I stated earlier. Ensure your actions never take advantage of other people. Lying is a selfish act, and it can only lead to hurting someone. I don't know why Gerry Turner told 3 different women that he loved them. I don't know what was behind those lies, but you can bet it was for Turner's gain. He did not give any thought to how it would hurt the 2 he did not choose. Now, how we truthfully treat other people and consider how they will be affected by our actions is on track with living your best life. In order to live the best life you can, you must become part of something greater than you. You must contribute to a greater good. Lying, cheating, and double-crossing others doesn't cut it. Last but not least, you can only be living your best life when you're doing it from your truest self. If that truest self is for sale, or if you're willing to settle for a situation that is lesser than what you know, for example, you settle for an inadequate romantic partner because you're afraid you will not find another if you let this one go, then you will not live your best life. Remember, your true self and your true reality is where your greatness lies. This to me is the crux of everyone's human journey, and it is in the true greatness that you want to live. I hope you found today's video helpful. See you soon.